Editor and Chimp getting this gas, almost mined 100 to get speed for his Zerglings. Now going double queen, is adding on those 2 extra Zerglings to maybe take some watchtower control, maybe like move around, scout for any kind of SCVs, as he doesn't have much map vision right now, which is pretty odd for a Zerg. Doesn't even have that extra Overlord that should be over here, I feel, by now.
Yeah, definitely. Not much else happening. I mean, we're just going to see sort of, I guess, earlier Hellions than normal, because he did go for that gas straight away. But realistically, yeah, look, he's already building a 3rd queen. I mean, that may not necessarily be for a Hellion defense, but it's definitely going to help in a big way. And look at that, actually. He's decided to spend his 2nd macro cycle, the energy on the queens on actually just spreading that creep. So he's obviously prioritizing creep spread very highly in this game. Ooh, actually a couple of Lings are going to get in the base and get the full scout off now. He sees a 2nd factory and doesn't see a 2nd gas, so he knows exactly what's going on. Invaluable information there. Ooh, yeah, what?
Kind of shooting one of his own Hellions there, that's kind of just delays I suppose, move out of the map. So it does look like it's going to be a blue flame Hellion attack timing. I haven't seen one of these in a long time, and with this spine and this many queens this early, he might add up he's going to go Roach Warren, so yeah. He does see what's happening, he's preparing for it as we speak. These Hellions are moving, making their way across the map. He does have the ability now to build 3 Hellions at a time, but it does look like he's just going to get blue flame. Not actually adding on to any more Hellions I see from this one, just seems to be powering him out of his reacted factory. 4 Hellions making their way across the map. Just probably, I thought they were going to go in the direction of the 3rd and confirm if he's going fast 3 base, but going to get up here and get surprised and met face to face with these queens.
He's actually just going to walk straight through. 4 queens actually though, that's a lot of DPS, and it's going to be really good at holding this. However, a couple of drones are definitely going to go down. 2, 3, 4, 5 go down, I think. 6, even more. Oh wow, the Hellions, you know, doing a decent amount of damage, but, you know, the macro cycles of Zerg, he's just going to build all those drones straight away. 2 evolution chambers going down, and something you missed on the main screen, but that's alright, it was the Overlord went in for a 2nd confirmation of those factories, so he knows full well exactly everything that's going on. That's why he had all the queens in position. So yeah, I mean, the Zerg Editor and Chimp completely prepared for everything, and it looks like Tau, what's he going to transition to? I mean, he's building a starport, he's building a 2nd refinery. What are your thoughts on this transition? What is this going to be? Or is it even a transition? Maybe it's to complement the current strategy he's going. I have no idea.
It was really odd to see him go for some kind of attack without blue flame. Like, I mean, he could have, I suppose, stockpiled up his Hellions after taking map control, and then come in when blue flame finished with a lot of Hellions, and then separated them. Because when we noticed, he came in behind the mineral field, right? All these queens followed him. If a 2nd group of Hellions made their way in, got into the mineral line here, he would have roasted tenfold the amount of drones. Like, we think 9 drones is bad. Consider his entire mineral line gone.
And you thought Hellions were good at map control. Look at the insane amount of creep spread here, but oh my god, here comes the 2nd wave of Hellions. The Queen trying to block that ramp there, and they get back into the middle. Oh, that drone surround, very nice, but a couple of drones are still going to go down, and that blue flame actually just roasts pretty much every single drone, minus a few on the line. He's actually going to get more. The ones in gas actually are completely safe, and it looks like, yeah, he's mentally given up on these Hellions. Not microing them at all and just letting them die to the few queens here. So, wow. I mean, 26 workers killed overall. That's actually pretty decent, which actually puts the Terran ahead of the Zerg here. So, while Editor Chimp looked like completely prepared for that, he actually lost quite a bit of drones and economy there. Although his 1-1 is going to finish up here, and he will have an upgrade advantage over Tau, and yeah, it looks like he's just going to go straight into mech as we see those double armory going up here for wet Tau.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing. He has killed a lot of workers like this early in the game. He's on lair tech, so he can get roach speed. I think these early roaches now, these early roaches are now just trying to fend off any kind of more Hellions, even though these 2 are going to make their way in.
Oh my god.
Extra gas, maybe pick up another drone or 2, but they shouldn't do too much damage. Oh well, there's actually a Hellion dropping in the main, roasting in more drones. Holy crap, this guy is everywhere with his Hellions, he's doing amazingly. And yeah, Editor and Chimp just isn't ready for this at all.
Yeah, wow. I mean, wow, the numbers are so low for Editor and Chimp now. He's down to 25 harvesters, whilst the Terran is on 50-something. Terran actually not looking to take a third. I would have thought in this position you'd guaranteed go and take a third now, because you're so far ahead. But, oh my god, Editor and Chimp is actually in a terrible spot now. Yes, he has the upgrade advantage, but fudge, his economy has just been bent over and raped.
Can't even argue with that, man. He's just done incredible amount of damage now, forcing out spores because the reaction of seeing this starport Banshee is coming out, so it will do some damage. But yeah, he's not going to have the chance to mine from this base for a while. His Blueflame Hellion is probably likely to camp the mineral line for a long time. The only thing that I can really say he's got going for him is he's got some nice creep spread, but with so many active Hellions on the map, I don't even know what he can do. Oh wow, he's going to make his way back into the main. Now splitting up the forces of the Hellions, he's going to start roasting everything. Here we go, guys. We're just chasing these ones in the natural. The main's just stockpiled up with more fresh drones coming out of his hatcheries. Roach is coming out now.
This is actually ridiculous. I feel like there's not enough emphasis on actually how stupidly insane this is. He's killed so much. Editor and Chimp is actually basically dead right now. There is no way I can actually see him coming back unless he just drones up like constantly and doesn't lose anything more. But I mean, Terran is so far ahead right now that it's just I just don't see Zerg coming back. There's like, yeah, sure, there's like 50 billion creep trimmers here, but that's not going to get your economy back, son. Oh god.
Yeah, he's in a tough spot to say the least.
Look at that supply deficit. I mean, 60 to 110. That just hurts.
Well, he's definitely got to be feeling grim. Pretty much all the spending he's ever done has just been back into his economy. He's just lost so many drones, and yeah, even though he's traded more efficiently, I suppose, he's just lost all the utility of his economy, so he can't actually do anything. Now with the Hellion Banshee Force running around and transitioning into mech, oh, this Thor's just going to come out and be surprised and just do a ton of damage. Looking like +2 weapons is now beginning. It doesn't actually have the gas to continue to power through with all these factories. I think that was a bit of an overstep. He probably could have got his third up a lot earlier. But nevertheless, this build seems to be doing its toll on Editor and Chimp and completely caught him off surprise. I haven't seen a like Blue Flame Hellion in a long time. But yeah.
I actually think this is really weird. He's going for gases at the third, even though he's got like 1,000 gas. I'm not sure what he's trying to do there. Maybe try and squeeze out as many infestors as he can. But this assault on the third is just, oh god. He's even got SCVs here to repair. And if you think about it, this transition from Tau is actually the perfect thing for him. I mean, because mech is actually so strong, but it's usually really hard because you don't want to lose the army to the Zerg, otherwise you lose that army, you're screwed. But he's so far ahead that he can just, you know, transition to mech and just make it absolutely demolish him. Look, he's even just sort of throwing some Hellions away, but it's not even going to matter. Far out, the production and economy is just overwhelming. He's going to push it in here, and soon enough it's going to be GG. He's going to try and fungal. He's actually going to, just actually going to outright die. This is just murder.
Yeah, this is a ridiculous attack. And they're coming in here and focus firing the queens, and that's all she wrote, folks.
That is GG. Oh man.
Well,
that just hurts. That hurts so much.
Yeah, that's definitely an interesting spin-off on how to open up his Terran versus Zerg, given the current metagame. Maybe Editor and Chimp thought he could get away a lot more than he bargained for, and he kind of just got slapped in the face for it. No, that's a greedy Zerg.
No, I mean, what? That game, like, I eat all my words when I say, yeah, you know, Hellions are standard and Zergs are used to this shit, they'll be fine. But he just threw Hellions in until, you know, he landed absolute money shots. And I think, like, if the root cause of the problem, he had the tech to defend it, like he had roach tech, but he just didn't make any roaches. I feel if he had at least like a little clump of roaches before he got anally raped in the economy, like he would have been fine. But I think you know, like the queens were a good reaction. I think bottom line, he just didn't have roach defense, and ultimately, you know, the Terran just punished him for that. Killed so many drones, got so far ahead, and I just want to cry, man. That was disgusting.
I'm just trying to think I've seen all the gases he had, and he had so many queens, but I think the only thing he could have done after confirming that it was a tech lab factory and a reactor factory, and he's seen it start building with that overload he got in the base, and then the links confirmed when it went up in there, was probably just overbuild. Like, he built like 4 Evo chambers and like really create a section off and build a spine, and then it made me with 2 queens and completely wall it off and just be completely safe. And then like those early harassments with the Hellions probably wouldn't have done anything near as much. But yeah, that was definitely very interesting.
It was weird. I did not expect that to work at all. I feel like it shouldn't work, but I really, you know, honestly, I think Terran just got lucky that Zerg didn't sort of respond appropriately. I truly believe that if Zerg played that out better, that it would just be completely shut down and sort of worthless. I think that just really relies on your opponent being good or bad, depending on which way you kind of look at it.
Well, if you think about it, those Hellions hit at the timing was incredibly early. Compared to the norm, they were rushed Hellions. And admittingly, he didn't go in with Blue Flame at the beginning, but he went in at a time that he knew he was only on a Queen army. And because he didn't have any kind of adequate wall on Daybreak, and it was really like wide open ramp, he kind of just be able to sneak him in, and he just did so much. He just did enough damage, and then the second drop, and then the attack at the front just did even more damage, and then just forced him to build drones for like the first 12 minutes of the game. Meanwhile, his economy was untouched. He started moving the mech. He was getting 1-1 mech. He got his third up. He was on like 64 SCVs, and then when he attacked, Editor-in-Chief was only on 47 drones, so like the numbers themselves just show like how well that aggressive style worked for him.
Yeah, I just want to share a little thing with you guys. I'm getting like footnotes, comments on what I say. Just, like, only comments on things I say, like, stupid things I say, and it's just, I'm being thrown off so hard, so I apologize for that. But the things that are being said to me are just funny.
It's all good. I'm not totally sure who we'll be sending in next.
I'm a bit annoyed that this is not going a bit sort of faster as it should be. We should have our lineup, and we should be firing them out of a cannon.
Do they get parachutes? Or is it kind of just like a free fall?
The parachute is only rewarded if you defeat your opponent.
So it can be like mid-air macroing. I got it, man. I got it. You're gonna
basically. If you fail, a missile turret is built, and you get shot down.
I think the free fall itself would just kill them. Have to like just get our entire team up in like one of those huge jumbo jets and just give it like the best internet in the world and fly it around, and if like the players don't play good enough, they kind of just get shot at the back of the plane.
Yes, yes, that is perfect.
That would be pretty interesting. Pardon?
Wait, 2-1-2, is that right? No. We need to update the scoreboard, don't we?
I've done it. They're on 2 and we're on 1.
Okay, good, we're fine. Alright.
Yeah, that was game number 3, so it's 2-1. Hey guys,
alright, here we go.
Hey guys, tuning in for Grim's End Run-em-up casting the 9th Legion versus Invision Clan War. This is a GM Clan War, and we are happy to cast this and promote our own team, as well as give some as much detailed casting as we can for you guys, the viewers. Love that water.
I'd tell you to advertise our stream, but I don't really feel like it's worth advertising at this point in time. This is where you go, that's not the spirit groups, how dare you.
Spartas, when I figure out how to do that, I will definitely do that as a good suggestion.
I, however, will be spamming our link to Reddit.
Fantastic.
Indeed.
Couldn't agree more.
Indeed. Title. I actually have never posted on Reddit, I'm ashamed to admit.
I'm going to make a subreddit for the 9th Legion within the coming days and set up a whole bunch of our promo videos and things like that.
It's not a bad idea, man.
Fantastic. We do have a Facebook and a Twitter. Link should be down that way. If this isn't in full screen and my head isn't like taking up the half the size of your monitor. We do have links